This variability is the reason why most people who commit mass murders are men, but also most people who invent things like iPhones are also men. And feminists are cold because this is how they attack this, right? They blame men for this side while not giving men credit for this side. So they'll go, men are bad because 1% of men commit violent crimes, but they won't go, men are good because 1% of men invent things like the iPhone or modern contraceptives that exclusively benefit women, modern female hygiene products that exclusively benefit women, modern medicine. We don't get credit for this side, but we get blamed for this side at the same time, which is interesting, right?
Resulting in more males than females in both the top and the bottom parts of the IQ distribution. So the male IQ bell curve is more of a fat-tailed distribution. And since IQ and income are correlated, it would logically follow that men would make up most of the best jobs and most of the worst jobs, while women would mostly do all the jobs in between.
Pretty much all the jobs were air conditioning and pizza party, essentially just daycares to make sure women don't have families.
Now, when you talk about equality, this is already equal. Because it's symmetric. It's fair that you have all the jobs in the middle if men get the best and the worst jobs.
Right.
Yet feminists only focus on the top half and completely ignore the bottom half. Again, attempting to superimpose the probability density function of the IQ score graph with job income graph onto the same chart. What feminists actually want is for this curve to stay there, but then for this to go like that, wider, and to align with the male curve right here. If you take the mean of that new wider curve, then the average salary of a woman would move over here, while the average salary of a male would stay right there.
Yeah, and it's not even really about salary. It's about positions of power, because there are plenty of guys on that bottom part of the spectrum that make plenty of money, and women could do some of those jobs, but women don't want to do those jobs because it's not even really about money. It's about status and having positions of power. And really, if you expand it further, it's just about having authority without responsibility. So women will campaign for more women to be on this side that has the authority to dictate things like the CEO position, the lawyers, the judges, but they don't campaign for women to be on this side that carries the responsibility of upholding and being willing to die to maintain and build infrastructure. So they want to have the authority to decide what direction we go with the infrastructure, but not have the responsibility of maintaining or dying for that infrastructure. Expand that to something like voting. Like, women want the authority to be able to vote for policies that might send us to war, but they don't want to have the responsibility of going to fight the war. And this might be a little bit tinfoil hatty, but I really do think that there's been a concerted effort over the past 70 years to push women into more positions of power because women are easier to control through fear. Men in positions of power